All right, hi Cleveland investors. Sam Newell here. I've got Lyndon, my partner, on. We wanted to give you an update. We've had lots of emails going back and forth, which we will be responding to. We wanted to get some answers on potential refis and different things that are going on. But just to update you guys, we do have Fairmount 4, Fairmount 5 up for sale. Lakewood should be closing in the next 30 days. Um, Not optimal situations there. We do have an offer on Fairmount 3. Um, which we are negotiating. And so, Lyndon, really quick, wanted to talk to you about, um, the values came in way, way lower than we expected, millions lower on Fairmount 4 and 5, lower than our broker expected. But two of the biggest issues and reasons for that are, insurance jumped by what, three times what it was, which is an uncontrollable
Our
expense.
first
We actually
our
got
first offer was triple, but
triple.
we had to hammer. It got to the point where we even called the lender to see if we can get on their special servicing to get insurance. It was cheaper to go through the lender, but they wouldn't offer it. So, but
But
you
you
want me to
found
explain
something
briefly?
else that wasn't three times as high, but still, I mean, way higher than we ever budgeted because in the last 4 years, insurance has skyrocketed, correct?
Yeah. So what happened actually, just real quick, everybody. So last year, State Auto, who we've had insured on the property for 3 years, pulled completely out of the state of Ohio. Our renewal went from about $250,000 to over $600,000. We ended up finding a policy for this is for all the portfolios right around 400 to 450 between general and liability. So even at a $250,000 increase in insurance expenses, that reduced the value, like Sam was getting at almost $3.5 million just from the insurance expense increase
Yep.
across portfolio. And then keep going on taxes, Sam.
Yeah, taxes. Well, we had to pay the school board a bribe to not increase our taxes, which, you know, it's been crazy. Taxes and insurance are your two biggest expenses when you buy a property. We had professional advice from, people who do that for a living to budget for those two items. And property taxes as well skyrocketed, and we've had to have deals to pay the school board, and that's been hundreds of thousands of dollars, which we're still paying on.
Let me jump in on that because I think there's been some questions in the calls I've been on. So we've actually had hired counsel every year in Texas, in Ohio to fight property taxes and expenses. Texas has gone well. We've received refunds back. But in Ohio, like Sam mentioned, um, the practice was actually school board payments, school board bribes to get them to not raise taxes. Those expenses were an increase of over 100 to $200,000 in some cases per year as well. Those payments will eventually burn off, but in the historicals, that's another $2 to $3 million decrease in valuation just to pay the school board for taxes. Yes, we've got vacancy and other things like that, but those are two major uncontrollable things that we've fought tooth and nail. We've hired the best we can, called thousands of different insurance companies, agents, tax. It's just it's been a battle, and we appreciate you guys working with us. We're doing all we can to push through. We have not billed the property ever for what Sam and I have doing. We've put all our money back into it. We've never taken a management fee to this point. So we want to make sure everything's taken care of. So we're basically we're uncompensated for this at this point as well.
And we've loaned the property's money out of our own pocket. So just wanted to let you guys know we are
Actually,
in this with you. Go ahead.
just to bring up Jens, everybody's met Jens now lately. Jens actually just put $50,000 to pay catch up on the final insurance payments we did have. So
Out of
Jens
his
actually
pocket.
just paid that out of his pocket to keep things moving forward. So that was about 50 grand to kind of finalize. We were on a payment plan for insurance. So we are desperately trying to make everything happen to
Yep.
make sure everyone's investments taken care of.
Yep. So Athene management, while they did a really good job with the turnaround initially, they got burnt out. We were holding their feet to the fire. They in July said that they were done. They didn't want to deal with these properties anymore. Didn't want to deal with our oversight and pushing them as hard as we were. So we found another really great management company who is more of a corporate structure, much more employees and resources. They started on the 11th. We're excited to work with them. We're literally trying. to save these deals and not lose them to the bank or have to sell them at a loss any way we possibly can. We're exploring loan modifications for Fairmount 4 and Fairmount 5. Those lenders have not been wanting to even talk to us. We're exploring, Fairmount 1, what to do there. Talking about recapitalizing, bringing in new capital or doing another capital call, refinancing. We just got quotes at 12%, only 2-year loans. We were looking for a 5-year loan. We're still looking out, for more options there. So, yeah, literally anything and everything that we can do to find different resources or ways to work these deals out. Um, Sorry we haven't emailed a lot of you back with answers. It's because we're waiting to hear, and it's a lot of work. It's a ton on our end. No one planned for these investments to go like this. I certainly did not give up my sales career in real estate to work for free and do this. And I know you guys didn't invest for this outcome either. So we're not giving up. I know some of the GPs have kind of given up or wanted to, maybe not given up, but have wanted to check out. Lyndon and I are not. Um, at this point, we have literally the only thing to gain here is doing the right thing and trying to make these deals work. As Lyndon mentioned, we have not been compensated, and that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the best outcome possible. So, just update on Fairmount 1. As of last week, it was occupied at 89%. We're pushing hard on that one. Fairmount 3 was occupied at 100%. Fairmount 4, 89%. Fairmount 5, 92%. Lakewood, 93%. Across the board in Cleveland and the country, occupancy is really struggling. El Paso's doing great, but starting to slip as well. We've been at 95 to 99% occupancy there. They're starting to feel the effects of this recession and this occupancy issue. Meadow Creek has had a ton of expenses and it's been struggling as well.
Let
But
me jump on
those three
Meadow Creek real
properties are
quick.
healthy and go ahead.
Sorry, Meadow Creek, just so with all the updates, we've just had a couple major lender repairs. Occupancy, we had some foundation lifts we had to do, and we've actually convinced some of the maintenance people, contractors, things like to actually give us payment plans so as to not have to bring in a bunch of capital. So that's partially why we've had extra expenses and not being able to distribute money without doing a capital call or anything like that. But all the work's been done. We're burning off most of the payments now at this point, so things are looking quite positive there. But Meadow Creek
Same thing
specifically
in
has just had some major updates being done. Terrace Hill's kind
Same
of in
thing
that
in Terrace
situation
Hill.
too.
Same situation. Huge amount of lender required repairs and other repairs that came over the last 18 months, which depleted our rainy day fund, our bank account. So we're pausing all distributions there for the next year until we can build that up. But both those properties are healthy. Desert Peaks is even more healthy. We are saving for repairs, roofs that are going to need to be replaced in the next year or two there. Cleveland's a different story. We are, really struggling to figure out what to do to save those properties. Like I said, exploring all options. We appreciate those of you that have reached out, been on calls, trying to help us figure those out. We have attorneys working with our different banks or lenders to work out potential loan modifications. And yeah, just wanted to give you guys an update. I will try to, I've got about 200 emails from you guys that I will get to. I wanted to have some answers first. So actually, and then we will have a call in the coming week or so as we get answers where you guys can ask questions. But wanted to get this update out, let you guys know we're still, working hard. We're not giving up, and we're doing everything we possibly can. Ogden is a very similar situation. Those of you that are in Ogden, we still don't have a building permit from the city, which is basically other developers have sued them at this point for doing the same thing. We are still working. We're really close to getting that permit, trying to figure out a way to refinance that deal or sell it. But it's been the perfect storm on a lot of these deals, and we're just working on trying to get through the next few months and figure a way out. So feel free to text or call. That's the best way to get a hold of me. Happy to talk to any of you. But again, we'll have some more answers from property management as far as budgets, lenders as far as possible refis, um, you know, property managers as far as if we do a capital call, how much they think we really need after, really trying to turn the Cleveland properties around the last 18 months, and what this new property manager thinks they can do. And also loan modifications and negotiations with our attorneys and the lender's attorneys. And so we'll keep you guys updated. And yeah, appreciate your patience and understanding. And of course, we're just working for the best outcome here. Lyndon,
Thank you,
thanks for
guys.
being on and thanks for your hard work.
Pleasure.